Hey, I'm Brian Van.
I'm Max Van.
And we're here today to recap MotoAmerica Supersport Round 7
at Mid-Ohio Sports Course.
Sports course.
Sports course.
Isn't it like sports car course?
Sports car course, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever,
whatever, man. Call it what it is,
Call
dude.
it a day.
Okay, so let's talk a little Mid-Ohio. That's our closest round, only 3.5 hours from the house.
Yeah, the crazy thing is I've only been there twice after this round. We've never done anything because Mid-Ohio you got to be old enough.
Yeah, you couldn't ride there. Yeah. You couldn't ride there when you were younger.
Yeah.
Mark Young used to invite me down to come down and ride and stuff, and you were riding by that point. And I'm
12,
like, yeah,
13.
if the kid can't ride, I'm not going to go there. I've ridden there a bunch of times. It's fun. I love the layout, but if you couldn't ride, there's no point in me going there. So, yeah, I mean, excited to be there. It's our home round. We had a bunch of family come down to hang out, which was really cool.
Yeah.
A track that you're good at.
Yeah, I like that track. It's a lot of fun. It kind of has like a home environment because we're not super far. You know what I mean? We're only 3 hours. So
we were in garages. We didn't have to set up the canopy, dude. No. That was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was definitely.
The whole team was looking forward to that. Everybody was definitely celebrating the fact that we were in garages for the last 3 rounds. And that massive canopy off the semi didn't have to get set up. That was good.
Not at all.
So let's dive into it, dude.
The weekend was off to I'd say an amazing start. I finished 6th in free practice 1, which was pretty badass.
129.937.
Yeah, I was pretty stoked on that. So I guess the feelings were high going into Q1. And I finished 7th in Q1, and I did a
128.353.
That felt pretty fast, yeah. And I did that by myself, which was really cool, just kind of plugging along. That was literally like the last minute in qualifying 1 that I was able to do that 25.3, which was pretty legit. And Friday vibes were definitely stoked, that's for sure.
Yeah, we celebrated a little bit. We had a good time Friday night. Yeah, it was good. And like I said, we had a lot of people there, and just everybody had a great time. Good to go.
Yeah, for sure, no doubt.
High hopes for Q2.
Yeah, high hopes for Q2, and it unfortunately didn't go our way. I went maybe, 100th faster. That was it, really.
128.344.
Yeah.
Which was P13.
Barely 100th.
So when the tires are installed, right, Dunlop makes a mark on the tire and the rim so you understand where it was when it was installed on the bike to see if it rotates. If the tire rotates after it's been balanced on the rim, the tire goes out of balance. On the rear, it's kind of an issue, but not that big of an issue, right? But you get vibration in the front. What does it induce?
Just vibrates everywhere. It induces chatter and makes it worse.
Chatter on the front. And everybody's different. Some riders can go out there and ride a bike that's chattering like a whore in church.
No, and it just wasn't me, man. It just wasn't me. And, I was able to go a little bit faster, which was cool. I was definitely a little frustrated, of course, because it wasn't my, fault. But I guess now I know. I mean, maybe I should just set it behind me, and if I crash, I crash, and just push a little harder with the chattering front. But that's something we can learn coming along the next couple of years in our Supersport adventures.
Yeah, 100%. Like we talked about it, and so here's the first thing. So, obviously this is our first year on a different team, not our own team. And this is the first time we've really, like this year, we had this happen a few times.
Yeah.
And the team took steps, like they dismounted back at the race shop, dismounted the wheels, and they put this special grip paint on the rims, okay? And that's one thing that you can do. And then also, what I learned, and I feel like I probably should have known this before, and I didn't, whatever. My fault, I suppose. I don't know, or maybe somebody on the team could have told me. But having the tires mounted, there's a couple of different ways that you can do it, right? Normally they're going to use a little bead lube when you put the tire on. It makes it easier to get the tire on, reduces the possibility of tearing the bead when you mount it up when you're using the tire machines, right? But bead lube is what? Well, it's slippery. And under heavy braking, and that's where that happens, right?
Yep.
Under real heavy braking, you're definitely, all you guys that are running that kind of pace, you're braking really hard.
Yeah.
That tire can slip on the rim. So no bead lube. So they could use something like, say, hairspray to mount the tire, or actually use paint to mount the tire. Both of those things are, when they're wet, they offer some lubrication.
Yeah, of course.
And then they dry.
They're sticky.
And then they're sticky.
Or just dry, yeah.
So what we did do is, from this point forward, and this is just another opportunity to learn something new, we started doing that so we were able to resolve that problem. But the unfortunate part is, what we found with you is two things. I wish like I told you when you came in, you were pretty frustrated. I told you should have just fucking rode it and either went faster or weeded the shit out of the bike.
Yeah, I guess so.
Right? Because you don't know what you can get away with
until you
try.
Until you get there, yeah.
And to be fair, it's easy for me to say that. I can't do a 128.344, and odds are 99.99% of the people that are watching us right now can't go to Mid-Ohio and do a 128.3. So it's easy for me to say, just push harder when it's chattering like a whore in church and see what happens.
Yeah.
Because those are big crashes.
Yeah, 110%.
Yeah, you fall down at that pace, things can happen. So I can understand, and so I look at it like it's my responsibility to learn all that I can along the way to try and keep you as comfortable as possible. And then maybe at some point, you do need to just a little bit, maybe push a little bit harder and,
of course.
And see where that takes you.
And it was cool that weekend. We had Larry Pegram out there as
that
a
was
teammate.
fun.
That was cool. Larry's a cool guy, man. He's just a lot of experience in telling the old stories from racing back in, I guess, the 90s and the early 2000s.
And he still rips, dude.
He still does freaking rip, man. So
he still rips.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. We're qualifying in 13th, and
race 1 finished in 13th. Spoil that.
Whatever, man. I mean, you did a 28.5.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, it's still fast, and you're racing against the best of the best. You're in that group. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Move on to race 2.
Yeah, race 2 is a little better. We finished 11th. I had a good battle with Torrin Collins until the very end, which was super awesome. Like going at it in the braking zones all the time. I rode with Torrin a lot this year, and he's a really good rider, like the Canadian Supersport champion, and a couple other things. Raced some junior GP and Moto3 stuff, so it's cool.
Yeah, no, he can ride. No question.
But yeah, we battled a lot this weekend, and yeah, it was a good time. Definitely a good time, that's for sure. So.
Yeah, I enjoyed the round. Mid-Ohio for me, like I've raced a few times there, way back in the...
Probably more than a few.
Just actually only...
Really?
I did it's not, I was going to say MotoAmerica, but it's AMA Pro Supersport in 2011. I did that, qualified for that, raced in those races, great. And then, previous to that, I did some of the WERA stuff there, like the AMA RGC. So I got to ride there, race there. I rode there a lot with STT, and then I got to race there a couple of times. It's a cool track, man. It's really close. The best part was having all the family out there. We had everyone out there. Our Airbnb was full. We even had Jimmy and Abby's dogs in the Airbnb.
Yeah, there were 2 dogs in the Airbnb.
Yeah, man.
One of the dogs,
Babel came out with his super rig.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun time, that's for sure.
It was a great round.
Yeah.
Your finishes were probably not what we hoped for.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the promising Friday. But, I guess we'll work a little harder for next year and hopefully go to Mid-Ohio with more of a family vibe and get it done. So
100%.
Yeah.
Until next time.